YouTube Tuesday from Barnabas Junction, brought to you in association with the Model Railway YouTube community group, MRYCG, connecting the Model Railway community together. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. Just search for MRYCG. Good evening, everybody, one and all. Great to see all of you here already, so many of you. Big thanks straight off for the beginning of the show to all of the channel's supporting members. The Train Freak, Humanity Junction, Owens Model Railways, Leicester Station and TMD, building the ELR step by step. Simon's Trains Model Railway Showcase, Flint Hills Model Railway, Jeff Hammond, Mike Pringle, Donegal Dad, Sparky 107, Eagle Creek Yard, Paul Cynic. And I haven't had a chance to read it all. I need to make that longer, don't I? So back again. Let's finish off reading them out. So Paul Cynic, Hollybrook Junction, Containerman 68, The Growler, Blackwood Engage Layout, Chris Jubb of Hernborough, 00 Gauge Layout, New Durham Junction, Volleybrook Model Railway, John A. Dawson, Dave Smith, Effingham, Micro Scenics, and Andrew Boone. Hey, I've got to read them out. I must make that longer. So let's get me back on the screen. Right, so welcome to you all. Wait for it to come back. Here we go, I'm back. Hello, good evening. Thanks for joining us. Episode 5 of my YouTube Tuesday, Series 4. Welcome to all of you in the stream. Straight away, let's have a look. Who have we got? So, straight off the bat, I'll scroll back. Finniston Central, Brian, Simon, Models Trains, Pete Clark, Flymo Chairman, Andrew Boone. Oh, someone called Barnabas Junction. Pete Clark again. Steve Childers, good evening. Simon's Trains Model Rail Showcase is in. Steve Childers again. Amtrak Junction Ray, good evening. Who else have we got in? Oh, there's got a load of you. Bamford Junction. The Growler's in. Good evening to you. Angel Shares in the house. Good evening, Jason. And all in chat. Owens Model Railways, evening. Flymo, Angel Share, Bamford, Leamington Station. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining us this evening. Dave Smith in the house. The Train Freak is listening while driving down the road. Be careful. Jason, March West Junction, TMD, Chris Job, dropping in whilst building a bar, hence no Hernborough for a while. Yes, he's building a bar in his garage. I've seen the pictures, looking fantastic. Who else have we got in? Everybody's saying hello to one another. Wilbury Castle Railway and Modelling, good evening one and all, he says. So good evening to you. Heath's in Humanity Junction. Sound like the guy that is famous on internet radio. Matthew Whitmore, CSX Wrensville, Eagle Creek Yard, Crossways is in. Good evening to you. Langton Road, Carl Shield, Northern Rails 44, more and more people. David Train Time, good evening, David. Not heard from you for a while. Hope the layouts are still coming on strong. Arthur Humphreys, and I've caught up. So, good evening to you all. Everyone say hi to each other. Hope you're all doing well. I'm going to start off straight away with a shout out because I forever keep missing them. And who shall we have for the first one this evening? I'm going to let my moderators choose today. So I'm going to let Flymo Chairman choose the first shout out for this evening. Flymo, you choose somebody who's in chat to be the first shout out for this evening. So off you go. Have a toddle through the chat already. Choose someone who would like to be shout out and post a link. Let us know who you have chosen. So great to see so many of you chatting away. Vern's in. Hello from Chicago. Good evening. Hope you are well over there in the pond. Thank you for joining us. So before I do get on with the show, we're obviously going to be talking. I've mentioned that you've seen the thumbnail. We're going to be starting to move along the back area of this section. I've not done any more with that since the last show. So what I'll do is, before I start really putting some of this more static grass in that down, I want to start getting on with more of the back area over there, so I can do a whole session of doing lots at the same time. King Fox Junction, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Saying hi, Jason. Hi, King Fox. Hope you're well. Right, before we get on with that, got a big announcement to make. And at 10 o'clock tonight, 10 o'clock tonight, and I'll repeat it again for those that have joined since 10 o'clock tonight, there is going to be a very, very special episode, first of a few, going out on the MRYCG YouTube channel. Now, we've been promising this for some time, and it's the first episode of the blooper reel from the first series of the podcast, Off the Rails. So I'm just going to bring something up for you now. You might laugh, but here we go. Let me get that onto the screen. Off the rails, totally off the rails, bloopers. And there is a parental advisory for explicit content on that. As you can see on the screen, it's when things don't go to plan. Yes, all the mistakes. Well, not all of them, because this is only part one. It's episode one of quite a few that will be going out, because we've had that many bloopers throughout the series. We couldn't fit them all into one episode. So there might be 2, 3, maybe even 4. That's coming up at approximately 10 p.m. tonight on the YouTube channel, and then will be published also on all the podcatcher services as well. So make sure you are ready for that, because you don't want to miss it, because it's hilarious. As I said, it has got a parental advisory. It's got an explicit content warning on it because it is uncut. Well, I say it's uncut. There's some that is really too bad to be published out on public forums. So we have cut out some little bits, but we've left 99% of it in. And you're going to hear us make so many mistakes. You're going to see what goes on behind the scenes when we're doing the editing, the recording, the interviews for the podcast. So they're not, the bloopers are not in any particular order. They're just literally just grabbed from the recordings that we've got. And this will be episode 1 of the blooper reel. Massive thanks to the wife, Rach. She is the podcast producer. She has been putting the podcasts together throughout 2020, and she's been absolutely snowed under trying to find you the best. Well, no, all of them really. So that's coming up at 10 o'clock tonight on the MRYCG YouTube channel. So make sure you're subscribed and ready to watch. You will have a laugh, because there's some hysterical moments in it. Okay, I'll go on again a bit later on about that for those that join late. Great to see a lot of you here. So I'll just move that back on the screen, come back to you. Let's get on Sounds like a hoot. It will be. Bloopers must be Heath's doings. Yes, we'll blame Heath. It's always Heath's fault. We mustn't forget that. Yes, so there will be restriction and warnings on there. So just be warned. It's quite yeah, I'm not going to say any more, but yeah, make sure you tune into that. So if you haven't already, get over to the MRYCG YouTube channels. Make sure you're subscribed. It'll be coming out about 10 o'clock approximately. As soon as I can get off here, I'll get down there, finish the final edit, and get it premiered for 10 o'clock tonight. Anyway, moving on. So let's move the camera down. Right, so we're going to be working on the back area over here. We're going to be starting off with adding the Woodland Scenics foliages. Now, you may have seen in previous episodes the ones I've got, but I'll go over them again anyway. This is what I've got left. We've got Woodland Scenics FC57 light green. We've got FC58 medium green. And we've got FC59 dark green. Now, these foliages, they are, when you get them, they are extremely compacted down. Now I've used mostly that one. There's not as much in that one. I've got lots in this one. This is only about a quarter use, this bag, as you can see. Look how high up it is. So I'm going to be using a lot of that in this section because I'll move you over in a minute and I'll show you why. So I'm going to be showing about basically, it comes in, let me get a big clump. It comes in huge, like a big sponge clump. And you literally just tear off the little bits you need, or whether you want to keep a big bit. It's like a sponge, and you just basically tear it off. So we're going to be putting this stuff on, and we're going to be adding it onto there. For this, one of the best products I've got so far for it, I found it's very manageable, but dries really, really good. I'm going to be using the WWS Fast Tack Glue. Fantastic stuff. It's like PVA, but it sticks like super glue, and it's really good. It starts off running and it dries rock solid. And then once we've added this on, excuse me, then we'll give the layering spray and add some scatters and maybe some weedy grass on top as well. Let's have a look at the chat. Let's look back. Everyone's saying they're looking forward to watching that. I don't think I swore much, Brian. Wait and see. Hi. Everyone's still saying hi to each other. Great. Flymo. Oh, thank you very much. He's posted. Why am I? My phone's just decided to try and set an alarm. I don't want it to. Flymo's posted the link for the MRYCG channel, so thank you very much. Flymo, have you chose a shout out channel? I'm just scrolling back to see if you've posted it in at all. Maybe scrolling back through. I have not seen one as yet. Either that or my screen's not showing it. So if you'd like, Flymo, choose a shout out channel, unless that is your shout out channel. Can someone make me a new profile pic? If so, contact me on connorchavez@talktalk.net. No problem. Valley Brook curse has rubbed off on Heath. Yeah. Growler saying that, speaking to Jeff. Take care, hello, and the Train Freak Flynn Hills, Blackwood. Can't wait to catch up on your videos. Love the WWS products, Leamington. First shout out was the MRYCG. Fantastic, thank you very much. Right, let's get the camera. Let's bring you over. I've got to look at where the camera's pointing. I'm going to move that out of the way. So I want to get you guys in as close as possible so you don't miss anything else. Would it be too bright with the light on? No, turn the light off. Let me rotate that camera a little bit so I can get even closer still for you. Oops, sorry. Right. Oh yeah, that's nice and close now. Right, there we go. Nice close positioning. There's me tree from last week, by the way. What do you think, everyone, last week about the testing out the Statographs box? I've had another play with it. I'm really enjoying it. Right. So I'll be keeping an eye on the chat. That looks good, Jason. Thank you, Banford. Not leaving fly mode, just lurking. Yeah, he's driving. Right, so let's get the clump foliage over here. Now, this is why I was on about I wanted to use the darker green one first. If you look at this, there is actually a gap here down the back. I didn't put the it right up to the edge. Reason being is I wanted a little bit of air to just get down there to help things keep things dry. But what I'm going to do is this stuff that I've got lots of. If I just grab a biggish piece, there we go. So I've got quite a big piece. What I can do, obviously it's not glued in yet, I can actually pack this into there, blocking that off just like that. So my idea is I'm going to fill this area here, make it a really big amount of thick foliage here, add in some of the lighter colors along its way. If you look, just turn the camera slightly, if we look there, you can just see where I've already done up to with the medium green. So I'm going to be blending that into the darker, which will be in this area here. Obviously I need glue in there before I can add some. So let's get cracking. Let's get cracking. I'm going to take that off. Right, I'll just give that a bit of a shake, make sure it's nicely mixed up. Andrew Sartorius, good evening. Missing my mojo at the moment. Nice to catch up. Great to have you here. Hope we can help you find that mojo. Right. So using the fast tap, it's a good squeezy bottle, and there's no reason why you can't really put plenty of it down. It does go quite a long way, to be honest, and it does dry clear. So if you put too much, don't worry. So let's put a nice big long bead of it down, covering this area here. And it's good that it'll run down, because that'll give us something to bond to on lower areas. It gives us a natural runoff. As you can see, lots nice good runoff where we can add more of the foliage. Natural runoff, and we can scoop that up anyway. So straight away, let's get on that first piece we had. That looked like quite a good placing for that. So you basically, all I'm going to do, because it's quite a tight space, is rub it in to that glue, and pack it in to where we want it. That's looking like a good spot there, nicely packed in, and we'll build it up as we go along. Now we'll keep a nice big piece here. Just, in fact, that's a bit too big. Shape that a little bit. So again, just get the glue, and I don't want it to be rammed up against each other completely, or small gaps. That'll do nicely there. Nice big piece here, the size of that piece. So again, I'm just going to literally just use that actually as a sponge. I'll spread the glue about, allowing bits to fall off it as well. And once it's dried, you can actually tear pieces off as well. Nicely pack that in. Yeah, that's looking all right. I'm glad I'm using this one, because this is, this really dark one, I felt it's not been it's not been the best of them all. I have found that I've been using the medium green and the light green the most. So this is good that I'm able to make up using this stuff for this area here. But what's the word of warning? This stuff, this fast tack is very, very sticky stuff. It will, as you can see, my fingers, it's starting to dry on my fingers already, and the stuff will stick to your fingers. So when you're pressing it down and into it, you will find that it will try and pull away from you as you're doing it. Or another way you can do it as well, you can actually apply the stuff directly to the sponge, just like so. Just move that from there. And we'll do the same actually. There's a nice flat edge on that piece actually. Let's move the camera over a little bit. We'll come back to that area in a moment. And I say we'll build up with different colours. Now these clump foliages are not expensive. I'll give you a word of advice. I bought this clump foliage nearly 2 years ago. That's how much I've actually used it. It does go an extremely long way, very surprisingly. That's it, in you go. My fingers are sticking together now. That's how sticky this stuff is. That to rise up a little bit there, that's it. And as I'm adding a different colour as well, I will add further of the glue. We'll just, as it's soaking in, we'll add a bit more on there. And we'll push that one into place. That's great. Good use. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding more on this end now. Fill in. That's a perfect piece there. I'm not sure if you can actually hear me very well. I'll bring the microphone over so you can hear me a bit better, actually. There we go. Let's get a nice big piece here, I think. Let's tear a big piece off there. CV Railroad in HO scale. Good evening. Scenery awesome. Thank you very much. I say I'm no expert at this. This is just self-taught, looking at other people, seeing what sort of things they do, and just basically I just like to pass on what I think is adequate for my modelling needs. Whether it's beyond modelling needs is a different matter. Oh, there's a nice long piece. I wonder if I can fit that in there. Take that section off. Yeah, we'll go with that piece. That might actually fill that entire area now. So I'll stick that in there. And there's a nice bit of a gap there. So that's nicely in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just now going to apply glue over the top. It will soak in and make it stick in. Piece there, it's moved. There we go. Let's move back. Don't worry about getting, like I say, this stuff dries crystal clear. Don't worry about getting it everywhere. Messy modeling is the best modeling, in my opinion. Right, so we've got a nice pool at the front there, actually. So that'll give us a nice area. I'm going to really douse that, actually. Get a nice area to work with. So a nice locked amount there of foliage. Right, so we're going to build up with different colours. I'm going to go with the lighter green now. And now the small pieces I'm going to start applying literally anywhere in the front. Might not look like a different colour, but it certainly is. Let me bring the camera for a more direct view. Apologies while I just spin you around. How's that? That's a bit better. I'll just have to work around the camera for a moment. So again, literally douse it in the fast tack glue, smear it about, and just leave it wherever you want. There's no preciseness of it. Just literally put it in wherever you want. That's a bit of a big piece there, yeah. So as you see there at the back now, it's started to soak in to what I've already done. That'll help to bond what's in there to what's to the base level. Let's put that there. That's good. And if we're doing it in like bushy, bulky times without pushing it in, you kind of get a three-dimensional view of bushes and stuff instead of it all being bulked up together. Really squeeze that bit in. Alan Reynolds, good evening. Lay that there. Now, as you see, the little bits falling off these. I'm going to add a little bit to that far edge there now, where it joins on with the current existing stuff. So let's mop up some of that glue. This part obviously will get thinner as we're progressing into the current stuff, and also that is a slightly different color. So I'm going to blend the color with what's already there. So that's a slightly greener, lighter green. You see it's starting to go now. Let's put some more dark in there. It's been down quite a while, that stuff has. I will be adding more as we go along. You can see it's filling nicely. Let's put a bit more glue down that area there. There we go. We just literally push it into the alcove section, blending it into the current bushing that's there. That'll do. I'll just add a little bit of light green for a blending. Like so. A bit too much. Put some back over here. That'll do. Right. So again, just add the glue over the foliage so it soaks in. And sticks to the surface. Then gives us somewhere to stick the next lot of bushes that we're adding to it. Next lot of colouring. Just add a little bit of more glue along there. That's it. And now we're going to add some of the smaller, the lighter colour. This is the light green. Now I found if you put this in slightly smaller colours, smaller bushes, might not look fantastic right now. Obviously it's all covered in glue and bits and bobs. You see this stuff, this lighter stuff, blends into the current scenic scatter that's on there. The lighter bushes would generally, in real life terms, would be to the top, as there'll be like more sun bleach, things like that. Benton Road, good evening, Jack. Good evening, oh, good morning, Aaron. I'm literally just getting the stuff and literally throw it on to make it as natural as, good evening, New Dorans, as natural as possible. Beaten Huff, all right, mate? How are you? Hope you're well. I'm just breaking these this lighter stuff up. Let me bring it so I'm not reaching around the camera to it. So get some nice small pieces and literally just get it in my fingers like that and literally just throw it on. Make it as naturally growing as possible. Like that. And just literally sticking to my fingers. Throw it on. It'll stick wherever it wants to stick. I think we've got a nice bushy little bit of land there going. Obviously, when that dries, we'll see that in better detail next week once that glue has had the opportunity to dry. Let's bring some over that far side. Getting some smaller pieces. Getting sticking to my fingers now. Build it up so it's in kind of layers, sticking out. Don't try squishing it all in as much as you can into all the corners. Leave it so it's sticking up. We'll have a little bit of a bushy area there. We'll add a bit more glue there into that little dip there. And we'll just add a bit more of a lighter green in the front section there. There we go. Give it a contrast of colour. Just get a few small bits just to say, literally, just so it sits on top, like so. We just need a little bit more lighter green towards the back pieces, maybe. Right up here. It's just stuck to my finger. Just at the very back. Make it as natural as possible. Like so. And that, I think that's looking quite good. So what I'm going to do, let's give that a coating of the glue. So it soaks in. Don't be afraid to put too much on. It does not matter. You want it to soak in, and you can do it in multiple applications as well. It might not look like it'll soak in, but it does. This stuff goes quite a long way, to be honest. It might look like I'm absolutely putting loads on, but in reality, my end, I'm not actually. So I just want to put a little bit more over in that far corner there. I think we'll put a bit of the medium green, which I'm running low on now. Just put some more medium green in there. And a dash of the lighter stuff just on the top of it like that. That'll do. Yeah, that's blend. That's better. That looks better. And I'll just apply a bit of glue over that lot. There we go. There we go. Right, so that's now drying. That's next thing. Good evening, how are you? Hope you're well. Good evening, Jason, and all the chat. Sorry, I'm late. Never late. Any time of the day, any time of the show is the right time. Right, so I'm trying to look for me. There it is. So next bit to do is once you've got that base layer on, let's move them to one side. Obviously, I'm going to be carrying on further all the way down there. Got a long way to go. probably only go to as far as where that clip is, because I've got to sort out that electrical clip for the DC wire. It's not staying there. Probably get up to there. Don't think we will today. So what I'm going to do now is here we're going to be playing around with a bit of liching. So for the liching, we've got the dark and we've got the light. Again, dark is best to the back, then light, in my opinion, with a little sprinkling of the dark mixed in with the lighter stuff. Okay. So I found it's best to use this stuff. I'm not a fan of the stuff. It's best to use it in smallish quantities, literally something as small as that. So if I place that on there, you can see actually how small that is. You want that to be just growing out of it. So, can't really see too well on that. It's just in small doses. Small, but plenty. That's the word. That's what I was looking for. So look where you'd think there would be a bit of growth. So straight away, I'm thinking there. Yeah, maybe a bit over a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Definitely need some up here. Need another piece there for sure. Find a nice piece. There we go. That's a nice piece. So it's quite a big piece actually for liching. We'll lie that down. That's better. There's a bit of a ridge there, so that'll have actually a nice little space to put a little bead of liching on. Actually, there's a nice piece. Yeah, we'll go with that bit. There's no glue there, so I need to add some glue. There we go. So mix that liching in. In fact, let's just dab that into it as well. Straight, spread it across. Yeah, that's just right there. That liching is nice bush sticking up. Give it a bit of dimension. There we go. That's okay. Yeah, we can go with the. I'll have a look at the smaller bit of a lighter section just beside it, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Gives it a bit of colour. So I'll just keep adding. And so you can keep adding and keep adding. And if you're not happy with it, just take it off. So I'm going to add some glue, tack glue along there. Just add the liching at the bottom. Try and keep the branchy bit sticking up. They're sticking downwards, sorry. Could have a bit sticking in there. Yeah, that's okay. Ooh, there's a nice long piece there. I can see exactly where that can go. Yeah, that's going over there. It's going to go there. Bit of glue. Yeah. Squidge it into the glue. Yeah, that's okay. Let's put a bit there. Glue on it. On the top. Squish it in. Yeah. I think we're getting to the point where there's enough of this darker on here now. And we'll start looking for our next shout out for tonight. So remember, shout outs for the show. You have to be live in the chat. Just looking at who's who's in the chat right now. Just seeing if we've got any other spaces where we could. Yes, there's a bit over that far side over there in that corner. Just here as a ridge. So I add a bit of glue. Let's dab that in there. Make it stick up a bit. Yeah, there we go. So I think that's enough of the darker. Let's add some of the light stuff. Now, I always like to say, put this in even smaller quantities because it's quite vibrant. It's quite vibrant, this stuff is. So straight away, I've seen a gap there. That definitely deserves a piece. It looks quite bright on the camera, to be honest, compared to what it is to me. Let's put a bit at the back over there. Just press that in, bury it in there. So we've done it all at the front. Want little bits at the back as well. I've just seen somewhere else. And I mean just the tiniest piece, literally there at the back. It's growing out the back area. I am literally just looking for where there's a space there. I'll just add a little bit of glue and a bit to that. I'm literally just looking for spots, and with the light stuff you can bury it as well, so it looks like it's growing up through it. Flymo says he would like to suggest, and I'll take Flymo's word for it. Yes, we will. Flymo, thank you very much. Humanity Junction can be shout out number 2. So thank you very much, Flymo, for choosing shout out number 2 already. He is on the ball. Top man, Flymo. Well done. Thank you very much. So Humanity Junction is shout out number 2. Great chap over in New York. Does lots of great HO scale builds, live streams, things like that. Superb to watch if you get the opportunity to. They did a great bit of charitable work over the Christmas period, where they gave train sets away for children less fortunate for them. So well done to you guys. Just seen a nice spot for a piece right at the back. In fact, I'm just going to add some glue to this because I'm not going to be able to get my fingers in there. Right at the back, bury it in there. Yes. Need to push that back out though. It's pushed it in the wrong way. Let's turn it around. There we go. Oh, sticking to my finger. Got it. There we go. So growing out of the back growth. It's coming together nicely. So you'll see that there's a bit of a patchy area there. I'm actually think I'm going to leave that patchy area showing because I don't want it all to be grown. And maybe we'll put something else in there in the future. I want to put a little bit of the lighter stuff just at that edge there. Do we find a nice smallest piece? There we go. It's a nice place to put that. It's just there. Let's bury it in. Yeah, there we go. Find a long. Well, there's a slightly darker colour, dirtier colour one. Oh, where's it gone? I've just dropped it. There it is. Now it's quite mossy, that piece. I quite like that. So I'm going to stick that there. Quite a dead looking piece. That is just in a slightly different colour. Blends in nicely. Yes, that'll do. And one final piece. Just add that there. Let's add some dab of glue. Go around the beam. Oh, my head. Just banged it. Yeah, that's nice there. Nice blending. I will add a bit more over time there. So that is simple as that. So what I'm going to do now is over the lichen, just to give it a bit of strength, let that soak through. So it doesn't go walkies. And also because of what I'm going to do next. So I want the glue to be patchy, like so. There we go. So that's a bit patchy. Use hardly any of that glue for all that. So what I'm going to do now, if I can find it, wherever it's gone. Where's my tub? This is where you forget where you've put stuff. Where have I put it? My tub of scatter, it's gone missing. Bear with me, I try and find it. I know it's not, it's at hand somewhere. Is it under here? Nope. I know where I put it. Just remembered. Or did I? Maybe I didn't. Oh well, I have to leave that for another day. What I've done with it. But anyway, what I was going to do next, I was going to sprinkle some coloured scatters over that. I'll continue looking around for it while I choose. While I have a look. Darren, oh, good evening. I'm sorry, I am a newbie to this, but come here recommending from people for advice and help trying to meet people and get to know everyone. But surely normal chat stuff can be done on other social things. Welcome, Darren. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining us. Alan Reynolds, CV Railroad, just looking back through the chat now. What's everyone been up to? What's everyone been up to with their layouts? So we've been working hard. St. Mary's Church Model Railway, good evening to you. I didn't see you come in. Busy with the scenics. And good evening to anybody I might have missed throughout the stream. Excuse the moped, the air dryer going past. Humanity Junction, a moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips, indeed. Don't forget shout outs, Jason. Indeed, Leamington, thank you for reminding me again. We have had 2 shout outs already. I do have my 3rd shout out ready. Jason, it's not a model railway room unless you put something down and lose it. I lose everything. Same way I lose everything in here. Really could do with finding where them scatters have gone. Where have I put that? It's the thing. I don't know how I can lose it really because it's a big plastic tub with them in it. Had them last week. Sure, it's underneath here. Oh, actually, we'll have that out because there's all scatters in there. Right, so the tub I wanted, I still can't find, but what I have done is I've got my selection of all different types of scatters here. Let's have a look what we have got. Simulated coal, static grass. What have we got? Aha! Dark green. That might be a bit too dark. Whoop! That one's just tipped out everywhere. What's that one? Light meadow scatter. No, I think that's a bit too bright. Aha! There's the one I've been looking for. Summer mixture scatters. So to give a bit of a colour. There we go. It's Jarvis reference JS70. Number 70, summer mixture. And very colourful, lots of different colours. Usually have them in a pot. So literally all I do, if I can get my fingers in, I usually put them in a tub. All I do, get a pinch and literally throw it on. Like so. Just gives, it can go absolutely everywhere you wish. If you put too much on, oh well, never mind. Nature, oops, just bang the camera. Nature's not particularly picky on its colours. And if you do put too much on, which I've just purposely done, just grab this. Just grab a bit of the brush. You can dust it off. Let it disappear wherever it might go. And if you want, you can just add some more foliage over the top. And what I'll do is I'll do this. Like so. As simple as that. So I'm no expert or anything like this. It will look better once it has dried. So I'm going to get out the camera, tilt the camera, take you for a bit of a closer look and see if I can get you in. So once that is dried, nowhere near finished. Got lots of obviously the ballast, the scatters, grasses along the edge. It's going to be looking rather unkept. I want it, that's how I want it, unkept. Once the ballast, and I think that was once going back a little bit. Squish that down a bit. There we go. And it's just simply, you've got to be ruthless. You can see the colours on my fingers, glue, everything's sticking to them. Be as ruthless as you want, because nature is just as ruthless with everything in itself. That's quite a large area covered there. Quite colourful. Right. Like it's frosted over. Yeah, it does actually. The glue's giving it a bit of a frosted colouring. Just get my cloth. Just wipe my fingers. Best bit of glue on your fingers is when it's dried, peeling it off afterwards, isn't it? Who remembers doing that at school, getting glue all over your fingers and then peeling it off after it's dried? Right, so third shout out I will make. How much is that glue? The glue is actually quite expensive compared to the likes of PVA, but to my opinion, PVA in that, it's become quite expensive in itself. This is a, let's bring the camera back a bit. This is a 500 milliliter, sorry, bottle, and I've used about half of it so far. I think this was about £10. I'm not sure because I had a discount on it as well. I'm sure there's others Sure others may know, but check out the website. Links to the website are in the description below the video to WWS, and that'll take you to the products. It's highly recommended. It's really good. That you can see when we first started doing that was really white over with the glue, but you can see it's quite cold up here in the loft, but it is still drying, and it will dry clear. So it's very effective, very adhesive, great stuff to work with. I used to use the Yoo-hoo glues or PVA mix. Not anymore. This stuff's much better. Rightio, so third shout out for today. My admins at the ready, please. Moderators at the ready, please. Thank you very much. Third shout out for today is Crossways Junction. Now, he did actually say, I never get a shout out. I had already planned that one. And £10 out, yeah. But if you think about it, Brian, this bottle of PVA cost me £8. Yeah, 2 litres, but it doesn't go as far as this stuff, because you'll end up using a lot more of it than you would this stuff. So you'd probably spend just as much in value of money buying PVA to do the job than what you would do buying that. You don't need as much. Unlike this stuff, it's really runny. This is runny, but this is not as adhesive and takes a hell of a lot longer to dry. Working time with this is days. Working time with this is an hour, something like that. Drying time, depending on the weather, obviously. Crossways Point Junction, Bernie, thank you very much. That's highly generous of you for the very kind donation. So yes, Crossways Point Junction, Bernie, is the shout out, the third shout out for today. Thank you very much. That's very generous of you. That will go towards future scenic products to do further videos. Thank you very much. Jason, use or get some yellow crayon grated to look like heather. Good idea. Good idea. I'll look into that. I've got some pastels actually. That might work well. So yes, Crossways Point Junction, Bernie. Been watching your videos with pleasure recently. Loving the layout, and I've said to you quite some time ago. Actually, I've been a subscriber to your channel for quite some time, and loving the videos. David's off to have his tea. Hope you enjoy it. Good night. Thank you for joining us. Stay safe, stay well. Speak to you soon. White and purple heather. Yes. Now there is. I've got some flower pack colours coming soon. I think if I've ordered them. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I've done it yet. So yeah, I will be having a play with the likes of some heathers and things like that. I want Buddleia. It's a common railway flower, and I want some Buddleia on the layout. It's I've always liked Buddleia. We've got some in the garden ourselves. We've got red, white, and purple Buddleia in the garden. We planted it last year, and we're hoping some wonderful flowers on it this year. And I really do like the stuff, and I want to get some replica Buddleia on the layout. Don't forget to dry out your tea bags for soil. Excellent, Alan. Very, very excellent tip there. Indeed, that is good. It's good also for like doing paths, like muddy paths, things like that. Like a sawdust kind of pathway. Excellent idea. Well done, Alan. Yes, excellent stuff. Right. I've got something that I want to mention. Oh, that's quite a good view here of the scenics looking down there. Now, let's bring the camera back a bit further so you get a full idea of how things are developing. Oops, just get the camera at a good angle so you're not all over the place. There we go. That's quite far back. Let's look at that. Yeah, coming along well there. Seeing it's growing. So once I've obviously got all this back area done over here, then I'll do, as I did on there, progress forward, adding more the scatters on the hilltop. The fencing is going to continue along the hilltop, but it's not going to continue on the bottom. That's going to literally, it's going to stop there, as this will then be the rock face. Now I'm also going to be re-looking at the rock face, giving it some more creative detail. So if anybody's got any ideas on suggestions on what things they've done to make rock faces literally jump out at you. Now this is the second rock face that's been on here. I have changed it. The old rock face is actually still underneath it, to be honest. This one I felt was a bit better, but I still haven't added the final touches on creating the rock edging. I wanted to get some of the scatters, get this lot dry, because this is still quite loose. You see, I'm rubbing that. It's wearing off. And if I rub that, I want it not to be too thick. I want it to be quite rough and looking. So I'll be getting that worn off and hoover that up. And then get on with adding more rock edging and weathering bits to it, making it pop out a little bit. Is this a rebuilt area or just an area you have not gotten to previously? It's an area that I did quite some time ago, but I have since, I've literally, if you go back on the videos, Heath, I literally ripped it all out. All this from here, as you see where the ballasting stops, just there. All that track work, the whole lot got ripped out. The top area was ripped out and lowered because this used to stay at one continuous height. I've been looking back at some of my older videos and I was quite shocked on how different this now looks to what it used to, and how my skill level has improved. It's not fantastic, but it's improved over the years. Thank you, Jason. I may have to hire you to come and do the scenic work. I'm no expert. I'm just literally showing you how I do it in a simple fashion. And just if I can do it, anybody can do it, because I am completely a novice. Just along the way, just bringing you along for the journey. So let me put that bridge back in there so you get an idea from down that way, from down on that angle, where that bridge will be. That's a bit too big. Got to cut that down. But yeah, with the finer weather, I'm thinking about now getting that bridge coloured up, sprayed up. Wondering what colour. Maybe we should go for some like GWR green, maybe a blue, maybe a cream and red, that sort of thing. What sort of colours do you think would look good for the bridge? I will be spray painting it as well. Is that like the J cloth, blue cloth fibre line? He's saying, what, when I get around to building my canal, shall I go live on my page or pre-record? Feel free to go live. Show it how it develops. I have carpet samples that look like a ploughed field I'm working on. Oh, great idea. Thanks, Jason. I may have to do it in the April live stream, Craig. Yes, if anyone's not aware of yet, the MRYCG are hosting or organised. They're not hosting it because it's the live streamers are the ones that host it. Got a polyfiber, Jason? Got any polyfiber, Jason? Says Scrapline. No, I haven't. Tim, to be honest, I wouldn't have a clue what that stuff is. Please PM me if you get the opportunity. Let us know what that is. Do you think less is more with scenery? Depends. Tim Scrapline is a scenery magician. He would say, depending on nature, really, because there's no such thing as less and more for scenery and nature. There's only less where us humans come along and chop it all down. If nature's left to grow in its own way, it'll be more. You've got to think how nature would literally take over an area of land. Woodland Scenics polyfiber, great for making brambles. I've thought about using that rubberized horsehair. Give that a go. Grey and brown and grey mix for the bridge colour. Yeah. So anyway, the MRYCG are putting together, or try and get people together to host a 24-hour live streaming event where for 24 hours there will be a continuous live stream of model railways or railroads around the world for a whole 24 hours non-stop. And basically whoever's live streaming on from between a particular hour, they just promote, they say thank you to whoever's just been on, and promote whoever is on next when they come to finish doing their live stream, end of our live stream. You can do 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour if you wish. It's up to you. But details are in the MRYCG Facebook group. I did a video on making brambles and ivy a while ago. Simple and effective. Send me the link, please, Tim. I'd like to have a look at that. I probably have seen it, but I've watched that many scenic videos. I'd be lost in the delves of scenics. So let's get back one more time. Let's mention I'll just mention again at 10 o'clock tonight, so just under an hour's time. Just add it to the stream. The Off the Rails bloopers show episode 1 will be going live. It's very explicit, these bloopers are, so be aware there is parental advisory on it for explicit content. Barnabas, my live stream will be before the 24-hour live stream starts. Do another one if you wish. Thank you very much, Flymo. They're posting the channel link. If you don't want to miss it, get over to the MRYCG YouTube channel. The first episode of bloopers will be going out at approximately 10 p.m. tonight. Oh, I'm just pulling this glue off my fingers. It's brilliant. Sorry. No, it's coming up. So yes, tune in for that, 10 o'clock. Right. Coming up in future episodes, I just want to give you a heads up. I do have a competition or giveaway planned. I do have a prize already available, and it will be open to all scale modelers. It will be open to anyone in the world, but if you are outside the UK, I will have to possibly ask you to put something towards the international postage. That's about it, because of the weight of the product. More details will be explained next week, and it will be a giveaway that's done live on stream. It's not going to be one of them runs for a few weeks. It will be a giveaway that will be live on stream, a bit like what Sparky has been doing on and others have been doing on their live streams. I will be doing a giveaway live on stream in the coming weeks. So if you've got the chance, and I can tell you it will be scenic products. If you want the opportunity of snapping yourself up with some scenic products, I'm not going to say what they are right now. So look out for look out in future episodes of this YouTube Tuesday, every Tuesday here on Barnabas Junction, for a giveaway which will take place live on one of the shows. Looking at chat, best ground cover Ollie, Carl Simmons, Defo Scrapman, a bit of foliage on the top, and it works a treat. When's your radio slot, Jason? My radio slot? What day are we on today? Tuesday. I was on last night, 8 till 10. That was with Sonic Sounds of the Decades. My next radio slot is on Thursday night, UK time, 8 p.m. till 11 p.m. with the Ultimate 90s. On thisissonic.co.uk. So thank you very much for asking there, Flymo. If you like your 90s music, tune in to me on Thursdays. My other little side thing I do. Should I start typing my numbers? Oh, Simon, you have to wait and see. In fact, I'm just going to have a look at the product now, because there are some numbers on this product, and that number will correspond to something. Yeah. Okay. So that number, I've already chosen what it'll be. I watch Boomer's channel. It's really good. Says CSVX. Boomer Diorama's channel uses brown-grey mix on fences and looks great. His techniques are amazing. I could even add blackberries. Don't think I've seen that then. In need of any more prizes? Owen? Totally up to you. Speak to me after. I'm not begging. I'm not going to beg for anyone for giving me prizes. I have got some prizes here, so it's nothing to worry about. Right. So, I was just going to say something there, and I've completely and utterly forgotten. Oh, right. Yes. So, yes, don't forget tomorrow at 10 a.m. Make sure you tune in to WW Scenics YouTube channel with Martin. He will be showing the prizes that they are going to be giving away on their current competition giveaway that they're running for all their viewers and group members. If you want to know more about what you've got to do, then get in touch with Sam Jones of Peaks 47 channel. Have a look on the WWS channel. Details are on the channel and on the group of how you can enter via a diorama competition. Fantastic one. I've got an idea, but I don't think I'm going to be entering. My idea of that competition, I'm going to keep quiet on because I don't want anyone stealing it, possibly stealing it. But yeah, it's a fantastic diorama giveaway competition that's going ahead, and I am really looking forward to seeing some of the skills and scenics that are going to take place in these. It's open to not just model railroaders or model railway, but it's open to anyone that does scenery and likes doing dioramas especially. Wardle says he's live tomorrow at 7 if anyone wants to put on. Yep, go ahead. Anyone else that's live this week, let us know. Tell us whether you're going to be live or doing any live streams. If so, let us know. Doesn't matter where you are. Can be in the UK, can be overseas, can over the pond, down under, wherever you wish. Jason, the prize is amazing at WWS. I urge everyone to enter. Yes, I do too, Northern Rails. Highly recommend everybody. I've had a sneaky, I'm not going to say what the prizes are. You've got to tune in tomorrow to see Martin on his modeling with Martin tomorrow at 10 a.m. on the WWS channel. You need to check out that to see the prizes. You will be outstanding. You will be astonished, should I say. Yeah, full details. Obviously, Martin will go through the full details as well again. I was going to suggest Owen's Model Railways has been testing a new camera, so Owen's channel. Thank you very much, Flower. Yes, he has. I missed him doing that test. Yes. Amtrak City, I'll be live Saturday at 7:30. There we go. Remember, when you do check out a channel, if you like the content, subscribe, click the bell, select all notifications to make sure you do receive notification of all uploads, lives, posts, community posts, all that sort of thing of that channel, and ensure you do interact with the channel, because if you don't, YouTube have got this thing where they'll remove your subscription. If you basically just subscribe to someone and then just for the hell of it and just leave it and don't do anything, after about 2 weeks of non-interactivity with the channel, YouTube will remove your subscription to that channel. So yeah, any channels here tonight, links to all the channel supporting members are in the description below. Please go check them out. Again, thank you to them all. I will post a picture of them all at the end of the stream again. So huge thank you to all of you that do support the channel. If anyone wants to become a channel supporter, 5 levels at your discretion. You choose what you like. There are coming up some channel preview videos I've got lined up. So if you want to get early doors on some videos that are coming up on the channel, make sure you get yourself over to a channel membership. All monies go back into these live streams for you each week. So thank you very much to all those that are currently our channel members, keeping the support going. Also, thank you very much to Bernie of Crossways for that very generous super chat. I will ensure that goes well into further scenic work for your video pleasure over the coming weeks. So thank you very much, everybody. We'll leave it just there now. We'll come back to that next week. Excuse me. Come back to that next week, see how it's dried. Hopefully, by next week, I'll get the rest down there done as well, so you can get a good look and we can then progress. Maybe we'll have a look at doing the rock face, working on this rock face next week. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for spending the past hour or so with me. I hope I've not bored you too much. I hope I've helped you learn a little bit of something, and I will carry on getting on with the scenics. Until next time then, take care everybody, stay safe, stay well, and don't forget MRYCG bloopers episode 1, 10 o'clock tonight on the YouTube channel. Make sure you're over there and get subscribed. See you again soon. Bye for now. Ta-da!